Tribunal chairperson Sharad Rao says they will give a verdict on Thursday on the fate of proceedings against retired Supreme Court Judge Philip Tunoi after hearing submissions from the council.
Retirement is different from a removal, a process of removal. So that is an issue which is still pending before us, in the sense that we would like to hear counsel for both sides to address us on it. Do we or do we not pronounce on it? And if we do decide to pronounce on it, do we have sufficient material before us to be able to pronounce on it, or do we need to have further witnesses?
The tribunal has been investigating Tunoi's conduct following an alleged 200 million shillings bribery scandal involving him and Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero. On Tuesday last week, the Supreme Court upheld the Court of Appeal's ruling that all judges should retire at the age of 70, a verdict that changed the dynamics of the Tunoi probe. Legal experts opine that the retired judge cannot be subject to investigation by a tribunal.
But ideally, if we are allowed to, under the rules, to make at least a brief, not a finding, but at least to tell the public what our thoughts are on the evidence so far, I think that perhaps would be the ideal situation. Whether we can do that or we can't do that, we would also consider.
Meanwhile, the tribunal probing the conduct of High Court Judge Joseph Mutava was forced to adjourn its sittings prematurely after the defense team opted to drop retired Chief Justice William Mutunga as a witness in its case. His lawyers had lined up the former CJ as a witness in a case in which Judge Mutava is accused of exonerating controversial businessman Kamlesh Patni of any wrongdoing in the Goldenberg case in questionable circumstances. Mutava's lead counsel, Philip Nyatochi, told the tribunal chaired by Court of Appeal Judge David Maranga that Mutunga's testimony is no longer necessary owing to additional information that his team has gathered. The sitting resumes tomorrow.